Hi, my name is Luke Dodge and I'm a Christian. I grew up a Christian my whole life. I grew up in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. My dad was a worship leader, my mom was working the nursery, and all my childhood I was always fed by the church. It was always a good time. I always liked going there. It was appealing for the most part. And yeah, growing up in church was a good experience for me. After high school, I went to Eastern Nazarene College, which again was the first 3 years of college where, yeah, again, it was a good time. I was fed by the Christian faith. I could really feel like it was a community that I wanted to be a part of. I enjoyed worshiping, I enjoyed praying, I enjoyed that community. Then it was 2008, and Barack Obama was running against John McCain, and I had to think about this political election. I had to think about what it meant to be a Republican, and many people that were big in my life, many mentors and people that I cared a lot about and shaped my story, were Republican, were voting Republican. And after looking at the political views of a Republican, it just didn't seem to sit well. It didn't seem to sit well with the faith that I knew. And I'm not here to talk more about politics. I really don't know too much about politics, but that was a time for me that I began to rethink what it meant to be a Christian, what it meant to be in pursuing the faith. And I picked up a book called The Irresistible Revolution, written by Shane Claiborne. And what that man did for me and that book did for me was he really talked about transcending political sides and being in a political box and that corny saying of, God's not a Republican or a Democrat. And really since my senior year, which was 2 years ago, I really felt like I've been yearning for this new expression of the Christian faith, where I feel like, my heart is in the conservative evangelical church, but there's just many qualms that I might have with politics there. And then, really wanting to express myself and really dive into my Christian faith, but having some issues with the way to live my life. And I think that's something that a lot of our generation, the young adult Christian generation, can identify with. And if you do share the Christian faith, there's a lot to be said for what we can do in this time. And I've heard a lot of speakers this year. One, Phyllis Tickle, said that, this generation is going to be the generation that's kind of going to be rethinking what the church is up to. And I think we have a lot of resources out of the church. We have a lot of older people that are supporting this young adult generation. And I think we really can make a difference in what the church is going to look like for the next 20, 50, 100 years. And I just ask you to join me in that pursuit. Join me in that pursuit to figure out, what does it mean to be a Christian these days? And what does it mean if I proclaim to be a Christian? Do I live my life differently? Do I live in a Christian community? Do I seek a church that's going out and being known for love and compassion and reaching out to other people and glowing with that mysterious love of God that's inside of us? And I pray that we can just be filled up with that, and that we can meet each other along the way as we figure out this Christian faith together, and as we grow deeper in the love and grace that is found in our God. Thank you, and I ask that you join me in solidarity in that journey. Thanks.